Cold over in Florence. I don't want to make them wait any longer. We're going to head back over to my friends Nick Kuzma and Simon Williams, who are standing in the cold to give us an update as to what's going on over in Northwest Alabama.
Well, it blows me away, Jordan, that the feels like temperature's only 9. Because standing out here, we were in the car for quite a bit, driving around, seeing the sights and sounds of this current day in Florence, and it felt so much better in the car. I would have thought that we were feels like 3 or 4 or maybe 0, because my face is cold, it's red, and I'm ready to go back inside in the car whenever we can. Simon?
Yeah, but Jordan made a really good point about the pavement temperatures maybe being a little bit warmer than how it feels in the air, because it's true, we have seen some melting. Some of the stalactite structures of ice that have been dripping down and frozen overnight, those kind of triangular cone shapes of whether you see it maybe on your front porch, those are starting to melt a little bit around here in Florence. I can't imagine that'll be the case throughout the night, as it's still going to stay very, very cold, sub-freezing temperatures, but it certainly has allowed for a little bit of melting, and even some of the sidewalks here in the area are a little bit more walkable.
Now, guys, as you've been out and about through the course of the afternoon, and the roads have maybe slowly begun to improve just a little bit, have you noticed any more traffic out and about today? Are folks kind of getting out a little more today, obviously, compared to what they saw yesterday?
Yeah, I'd say so. I would say the roads are improving basically just because of that traffic doing some of the plowing work on its own. There hasn't been a ton of plows moving through like we saw on the state routes a little bit earlier in our drive, but there were some folks in downtown Florence with the streets department working over there themselves, right, Nick?
Yeah, we saw 2 plows right next to the municipal building in Florence. I think that's the only other plows we've seen so far today. Like I said, we did drive around Florence quite a bit. There are certain streets that are doing a little bit better. There's some you can tell maybe were plowed once. We drove by Brawley Stadium, home of UNA football, as well as the Florence Falcons. We could tell that was probably gone over maybe once. It's interesting to see which streets have been maybe gone over once or twice versus some have barely been touched. Of course, like we said earlier, state routes have gotten the majority of the attention from what we've seen so far, where we were in Muscle Shoals where we started the day. That one, I mean, it looked like the road was basically wet. I asked Simon on the drive, hey, do you feel any type of slickness? He said, no, I feel totally fine. So with that, should we show the people do a little 360 around?
Absolutely.
We're under a gazebo right now here in Florence, not too far from the campus of UNA. I'm going to step out of the frame, Simon, if you want to keep talking to the people.
So here we are. We're kind of on the interesting intersection this is. It's kind of like a 6-way intersection between Willis, Wood Avenues, and Chisholm Road here in Florence, and you can really see the differences in the attention each road has gotten. Now, like I said earlier, how really the traffic has done most of the work in its own little mini version of a plow. You'll see how the tire treads have created little lanes, but there is a clear indentation where a plow did go at some point.
He said roll tide.
So as a plowing moved through last night while the snow was coming in and it iced over, it created that flat ground condition that tires have continued to then move through. Again, as we talked this morning and again last night, the roads are drivable, but you still need to use sincere caution when doing so. It's certainly not something we suggest doing. Your local municipalities are not suggesting it. In fact, most of the municipalities here in Northwest Alabama still consider their roads impassable because of the lack of actual plows that are coming through. So it is strongly discouraged from driving, but you can walk a little bit more. Make sure you are wearing boots, because it is crunchier, icier conditions out here on the roads and sidewalks.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I want to let you get inside. I want to practice what we preach. It is dangerously cold outside, and I want you guys to get inside your car. I don't know, go get some lunch. At least get warm just a little bit, as once again, we are talking about that dangerous cold across the Tennessee Valley.